Enthusiasm with multi-tonal voice.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Are we rolling?
Are we rolling?
Went back, got the
Roll
pop
indeed.
filter.
Good.
I think we might be fine.
Okay.
Let's
How's
go.
everyone doing?
Sean.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good. Good.
You are our first lady person
I'm really excited.
to grace the Faffing About podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Maybe I might go all shy and giggly.
What's a lady?
So, what's it like being a lady in the 21st century in this day and age?
Difficult.
Is it-
One thing that would annoy me most about being
What would annoy you, good Craig?
a lady person
Yeah.
is not being able to stand up and wee. That
But they have
that must
those
be
little
a
cups,
nightmare.
right?
What the
Do you have a
Got
cup?
a
shiwi?
shiwi.
You got
It's
a
a
little
shiwi.
Carry around?
Yeah,
I don't particularly carry one around with me, but at festivals they do kind of like hand them out.
yeah.
But,
But then they've
hand
got
them
sort
out?
of urine on them.
Yeah.
You'd have to
What,
sort of
second-hand
flick them
ones?
out,
yeah,
wouldn't
second
you?
hand. Yeah, used.
Oh.
Bit of blood sometimes,
Fresh.
but you know, you just scrape it off. It's fine. Just use it again. It's
Ooh.
fine.
That's fair.
No, to be honest, I've never used one, and I don't think I would use one. I don't mind going to the toilet normally. It doesn't really bother me.
Are you
No.
a festival gal? Do you go to a lot of festivals?
I used to be. I used to bloody love it. Like I used to go to Reading Festival all the time, and then I just kind of grew out of it, and then I become very like anxious around people. And so now I get a little bit too anxious with too many people. But I used to love festivals. I'm more of a day festival person now. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
A day
yeah.
festival
Like to
I
come
can handle.
home, sleep in your bed.
Exactly.
Cup of tea.
I've discovered
Exactly.
I've discovered the day rave this year. It's
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
Is that
Start-
because
start
you've
at
still been
midday.
up? You haven't slept yet, and you're like, it's
Yeah.
another
You
day.
have like a full on. You have a full on day, and then you're sort of ready for bed by 11.
Exactly.
Proper
go
night's
home.
sleep. You feel alright the next day.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not the Kirk we know.
No.
No, I remember.
I've only done it once.
if you haven't cut yourself in one night, it's been a successful night. As in, there's no broken bottles.
Yeah. Yeah, which might self-harming.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I do have, I'd have record hurting myself now. When I trod that broken glass.
Multiple times.
Oh yeah, and then, yeah.
Clam.
Yeah, the clam.
The clam.
Me and Gareth walked out on the mud flats at 4 in the morning
Oh my
because
god.
we thought it'd be a good idea. But then there's loads of just empty shells sticking up out the mud, so I just completely lacerated all my feet
Oh my
on
god.
the shells. Yeah, like some solid decision making there.
We're going back to it. So what's it like treating you, especially being in like a kind of semi-small to medium-sized town?
What's that?
Just like going back to being a lady.
Oh. You do kind of, when you walk into places that you've been to regularly, like say the Muse, I'm there quite
A
often.
local bar.
A local bar. You see the same guys, and they're always very kind of like, they're very hands-on with you. They're always kind of like, especially being...
Who's this Kirk?
It's, here
Sorry.
he is, it's the guy
Oh,
here.
sorry again.
But being obviously a small girl as well, you often get guys being like, oh, can I pick you up? And I'm like, really? You want to pick me up? You don't want to have a conversation with me? But you just
Can I pick you up?
Come on, let's go. Let's go. But people do try. People
they?
do try.
I'll
pick
never
people all
think
the
that.
time.
I don't know. I'll never
No.
see a little lady and I'll be like, I'll pick you up.
Yeah.
I'll be too winded. I'll be sweating. I'll be like, this is not going to impress anyone. I'll be like, oh.
I know, but I just don't get it. I don't get the whole like fascination of wanting to pick a small person up.
Oh,
I want
so
to be
is
on
that,
the ground.
So it's not. Is that quite often? You
Yeah,
get that.
honestly, it actually is. You get all these macho guys come over and be like, oh, "You're well short, aren't you?" Yeah, I am. I know I'm
Yeah.
short.
Oh, God.
Thank you for telling me.
Nice. Do you think that's a hindrance, or do you like? Do you wish you were a bit taller?
Do you know, I think it's part of my aesthetic now of being a short girl. I can't imagine.
What's your height? What's your official
Official height, 5'2".
5'2"?
And your passport.
I'm a little girl.
What's the like the size if you're considered like a little person? What's
I
that?
think it's 4'8".
Oh, you know,
I'm
not too far off.
No, thank you.
Working at it.
I'm getting there. I'm growing an inch each day. But yeah, no, it's 4'8". I think is the technical.
I like how
height.
you knew that. Did you know that first?
No.
You have to do your research because you do get asked quite
Those are the
frequently.
questions. I'm one of
Yeah.
those dudes that's like, can I pick you up? No.
Yeah, it's you. It was you.
So
So, So I hear you had an interesting date the other day.
What one? What one? Because I've been on so
When-
many
when
recently.
you,
How many
You're on
apps
the
have
way-
you got? How many apps have you got on your phone?
I have.
The dating apps.
I think I have 2. So I did have Tinder. Tinder was like my first app that I downloaded, and I was like, right, Tinder. And then it was Bumble, and I was like, I love Bumble. The selection of men is like beautiful.
You can kind of pick and choose, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then I downloaded Hinge, and I'm loving it. It's brilliant.
Hinge is the one. What's the difference?
I've not heard of
I
this one.
find Hinge is because you also include questions that you've answered, so it kind of reflects a bit of your personality rather than literally just photos. And obviously you have the bio, but I find it really cringy to write a bio. Like I
Definitely.
couldn't
Long
summarise
walks on the
myself.
beach. That cliche.
Yeah.
So give me one of the questions that you have. What's one of your?
So it's kind of like statements as well. So mine was like, tell me if you don't think Kid A Radiohead album is the best Radiohead album. And that gets a lot of responses. Everyone's like, no, in rainbows. But
I have no idea who that is.
Radiohead.
I know Radiohead, but that album, you said.
Kid A.
Yeah. Boom.
So how
Too
does
young.
that filter the selection process? The
Because
questions.
you tend to kind of meet more people.
So
that,
it will only show you people who have said similar answers. Or
Well, no,
something?
because your profile shows up on each of their, things, and then if they like your answer, they can select like, rather than swiping left and right. It's
Right.
more like kind of. It's,
Got
So
multiple
there's
choice.
no photo. Is there there's a photo?
Yeah, I think
as
you
well?
have like 3 or 4 photos, then you've got like 3 statements or questions.
Right.
But I just find it kind of opens up a conversation.
Yeah.
And I think I put like, I've never seen Back to the Future. I don't think I ever will.
It's so hard to have a conversation on those things, isn't it?
People love it. They
Yeah.
love
What
it.
do you still get like the arrogance that you do with like Tinder compared to Hinge?
I think no. I think it's less of the cheesy chat up lines. It's more actually a conversation, which I'm definitely on board with. Because on Bumble, I'd meet someone, we'd start, the chat up lines just cringe me out. I'm the kind of person that if someone's trying that hard with me, I just won't respond, which is terrible to say. But then the dick pics just come, they flood.
So if they're too not forward, if they're too like, how's your day been? You're like, sorry mate. That's it.
How's your day been? Fine. I quite like that. It's
But do you think they actually care?
no.
I feel like that's like one of the things like, hi, how are you? I don't really care. how
It's
you
one
are.
of those kind of like blank opening statements just to kind of like get the conversation going, but it's always awkward because I can't
Yeah.
do small talk. I'm the worst at small
Yeah,
talk.
no, I'm with you there.
It's just so awful.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to use a chat up line, but you can't like you hate small talk.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do on those
It's
things?
so
You're
what's
just
yours?
like,
Do you give
hello,
do you give a fact?
hello,
them,
let's
like-
meet. It's like, no, that's
That's
too
me.
soon.
It's a bit Tinder though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I like Hinge. I've had great conversations with Hinge.
So give me an example. So Kirk mentioned there were some interesting dates.
Oh yeah,
Give me-
didn't the other day
Plural.
you both left each other? Then on the train home, he sent you a picture of his pubes.
Yes. So
Wait to cut to the punchline there, Kirk.
so basically, this guy
She asked which one.
there's many. I've been speaking to this guy for quite some time, and we were having a kind of like casual conversation. And every time we'd speak, it would always lead into like a sexual, like heavy sexual conversation. And he would always send me like multiple angles of his dick, like it's
Too many angles.
yeah, too many angles. Like I've seen it every single angle now to that point. And so I was in London and I thought, hey, I've never actually, put a face to the penis. Why not meet him?
Oh,
And
so he sent you the dick pic first, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
that got you the
So
meeting.
you're quite familiar
That's
with the
hilarious.
I'm very familiar with the
You
guy.
think you could pick it out of a lineup at this
100%,
stage?
100%.
Yeah.
So I thought we can go for drinks. It'd be nice. He was so awkward. He was literally like, I'm very good at eye contact, and he would literally just be like, and he was really northern, and I couldn't understand him because I'm a little bit deaf. And so we was having a nice drink, but then I had to leave, and he was like, before you go, I want to kiss you. I'm going to kiss you before you go. And I was like, okay, that's fine. It's forward.
He asked.
He asked. It's nice. He's
Bold,
asked. It's fine.
bold move.
And so we walked outside, and then all of a sudden it hit me like this, like a plunger. And it was just like in the middle of London,
Just like a punch to the face.
he punched the face, tongue straight in. I was like, felt suffocated. I was a bit like, oh my God, this is way too much. Like, I can't handle this. And so I left him. And then I was on the train, and he was like, are you by yourself? Are you sitting alone? I was like, yeah. Why? And then I just get
That's a nervous question.
right.
I'm like,
No, I'm with the family.
I
protected.
need to get like 999 already on my phone.
I was a little bit like, right. And then the first photo was like full on pubes. I'm not even joking. It had never seen a trim.
Like a red bush.
It was wild. It was a wild
Throwback to
garden.
previous episode.
Oh,
Red,
Your
red
teeth.
bush
your
on my
teeth.
tea. Yeah, I thought you were referring to that.
but yeah, and then and he sent like I think three more pictures, like all hair.
What,
and
in
then
the train? He was at the. So he was like, is it in his room or
it was
like?
in his room.
Oh, you got home quick.
He got home very quick. He rushing home to send the pictures, and then he was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to ask really nicely if you want the final pic." And I was like,
The gooch.
"Don't, yeah, the goocha." So
I love that word, just
Grand
sounds-
finale.
funny enough, I didn't
Gra-
respond. Didn't
No.
respond.
How did you leave it with him? So you're like, you've left this bar. He just like gave you this horrible experience. You're like, right, see you later. Or
Yeah.
what did you say?
I think I literally said, "See you later." I think that's genuinely it. We just walked to the station, and I was like, "Right, see you later, bye." Like all nervous. Got on the train. I was like,
Fucking
"Oh my
creep.
god, what an experience!"
Do you feel a bit intimidated? I always think like, because like you were saying about your height, and I was thinking like you go with dates with like taller dudes or people that could be quite intimidating. Do you feel like you can't reject them as much because of that? Like you think there could be like any implications?
No. I think I've got the kind of instinct in me where I've got like a little pit bull in me.
Yeah.
So I'm not really intimidated by people, or especially men. I just don't really I don't feel that fear. Like, oh, he's a man, he could hurt me. I
Right.
generally have a fear of everyone, but not in that situation. I don't think I would be.
Because I only asked because I was thinking like, if you wanted to say to this dude, like, yeah, I'm not gonna see you. Like, you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
So bye.
I think so. I think
Unmatch.
I like to class myself as a good girl, like a nice girl. I'm never kind of horrible to people. I'm always kind of like, oh, I'm really sorry. I just don't think it's going to work out. I'm not brutal.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you
there's a
confident?
difference between socially awkward and sinister as well, isn't there?
Exactly.
Someone who's
Yeah.
been socially awkward a lot.
Do you have like?
I'd like to draw that sand in
First
the
off,
line.
are you cold? Because I'm
actually
detecting
okay.
a little some because we can move that little heater. It's like minus degrees out here.
No, it's
but we
not.
still strive.
You're being dramatic.
Quality. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Oh, so you ended it with this dude.
Yes.
He was a creepo,
Yes.
and we're talking about your little pit bull.
Yes. I think it's because I'm small. I've got a little man syndrome inside me, where I feel I don't like to show my vulnerable side often, and I always had this kind of like front where I'm like, oh, no, I'm fine, even though inside I'm not. But it is just all a front just to protect yourself,
Yeah.
which I think every girl kind of has to have that now.
If you could give advice to new girls on the dating scene, like what would you say for like first meeting up with dudes? Let's say it's gone all right,
Okay.
but you're like, they want to meet up,
Yeah.
and it's like, right, I want to go out, we're gonna go for a drink. What's the rule? Is it like, right, we kind of stay for one drink, maybe two drinks, or like, is there any like like tips that you can recommend to ladies on the dating scene?
Well, seeing as my dating life is absolutely terrible, I'm probably the worst person to ask. But I think don't give away too much. Like, keep your guard up and
Keep the mystery.
keep it mystery. I think a lot of girls don't do that anymore. They lay all their cards on the table. They like all their Instagram stories like, this is me, everything about me. And there's no kind of like getting to know process because they know everything. They've seen everything on your Instagram, every part of your life.
Yeah.
So there's no kind of, as you said, mystery.
Have you ever sent a dick pic?
No.
Have you not?
No.
Why do I receive so many?
Because they're probably hotter than me.
Yeah.
No.
I've never. Yeah,
They're
I've
really
never
not.
sent one.
They're really
I've never
not.
sent one. I've got because I'm like, well, first of all, like we said, it ruins the fun.
Yeah.
It does because then
I don't want to turn them off too quick.
I'm just aware of them being ineffective. I mean, have you ever received one and gone, "Whoa,
If you get a boob pic,
that's a lovely dick."
I'm not gonna lie, I have
you?
and I've received a video shortly after, which was very enjoyable.
Oh, good.
Really enjoyed it. But then I had never met him, and then I went to a gig and saw him in the queue, and I was like,
what'd you do?
so.
You've just seen this dude's manhood.
So I'm obviously a very awkward person. I kind of went over and I was like, "Hi,
Seen your dick?
Senior Dick Boy." But yeah, I was just like, I was trying to be like, "Hello, like, how are you?" Even though obviously I know everything. I've seen everything. But he was actually fine. But he was very young. and realised he had a bit of a lazy eye.
Like, really, is that a turn off? Little. You don't know where he's looking.
Where you going? Where you going?
Where you going, mate?
Where you going, babe? I'm over here, babe. But no, he was alright. He was very like classically good looking in my books, because my classic good looking is very, very different to other people's classic
I
good
like
looking.
people have tastes though, because it's like I see, especially being in Essex, you get a lot of the douchey look kind of.
I go to the gym. Ooh.
Yeah,
I like house.
How much do you bench press? Not
I
just
just
that, but
realised
even
that
like,
I'm kind of like slacking off little Lee over there.
but like
Yeah.
even like
I go
ladies,
to the gym
like
like
this,
See what I mean?
It's all right.
like girls with like orange tan, and it's like mid-December, and it's like, all right, mate, where'd you go?
Babe. But I have such a type where I'm going after the same men every single time, and then I wonder why. I'm like, hey, same thing's happening again. He's being nasty and cheating on me. Maybe I should not. But unfortunately, I
There's
think
You like the
Yes.
excitement of a bastard.
I like people that you kind of have to work out.
Do you?
I like to work people
Do you
out.
like the excitement of trying to change them?
No.
I think
No,
that's
I've
a quite
gone-
common. I don't know if it's like a biological thing, but I feel like I hear it a lot. That like
Yeah.
ladies like to find people they can kind of fix.
The Beauty and the
Mould-
Beast
mould a little
story,
bit.
I
isn't it?
hate that. I'm 27 years old. I've kind of, since I was 16, I was constantly in relationships, constantly with all these men that I tried to kind of not change, but perhaps kind of bring out the better self. But and each time it was just a wasted kind. I was stressing myself out. I made myself very upset. I kind of alienated myself and I lost quite a lot of friends where they were essentially like my world. And I think now, being single for nearly 2 years, that I finally just kind of like found that independence in me and realised
Yeah.
that you don't have to be in a relationship to be happy and to kind of do your.
Actually thinking about that today. I don't know why. I was literally just cleaning up the dishes, and I was thinking like, man, I love like not having to like think about anyone else. Like
It's so
like,
selfish, but it's
it
so
does
true.
sound selfish, but I'm like,
it's so true.
50% divorce rate. I'm happy. I'll adopt a kid. I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
Like I'm so content with like just kind of just me, myself, and I.
Doing your own thing at your
Yeah.
own pace. I love it. I absolutely love it. Although
We've
it
had
is,
success though.
yeah,
It's worked out.
exactly. But the another date that, going back to all the dates that I've been on, there was one date that we met up. I had actually known him it was a friend of a friend situation, so I was like, can't go wrong. It's going to be completely fine.
You already got that first impressions out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought it'd be fine. And I think I was probably on the date for, I want to say, half an hour.
Oh,
And
really?
I actually called to get a lift to come here.
Oh shit. Well, tonight.
It was tonight. Hey, no,
Oh.
no. It was a while ago now. It was-
And here he is!
Special guest.
But and so we was on this date, and he was like, "Oh yeah, me and my mum looked through your Instagram, and we noticed that
Bold.
you have eczema. I have eczema. It's here, here, here." And I was like, "Are you actually kidding me?
Damn, dude.
Is this your way of like romancing me or wooing me that you
We
have
both
skin
have eczema.
problems?"
The amount of money we can save on E45.
I have such an itchy ass.
It was very bizarre, and I was just like, "Is this really a date? Like, I'm so."
Where did he
bored."
take you?
He didn't take me. We just met up at
Up at the park.
Met up at the park. Got a
Do you remember
Lamborghini.
those days at school?
Yeah.
Oh, meet at the park.
Lamborghini.
Wait, just go to the park.
I used
Yeah,
to
like a
love
little
it.
bottle of Smirnoff or like
WKD.
WD. And
Oof.
I remember it was like you always had to find the guy. I was always the guy that looked old enough to get
I
the
can
booze.
imagine. I
So
can
it's like, "Dad,
imagine that.
Who's a $5? Can you go get like whatever?" And you always knew the shops that were like, they obviously know, like there was one in town
Yeah.
that always sold cigarettes to the underage kids. I remember once this dude was like, "I'll give you 20 quid if you go and get like some cheap ass cigarettes." And I was like, "All right, give me 20 quid." I was like, happy days. I know.
I never got that. Don't know why. I think I look really old. Got baby
don't.
face. I've got a baba face.
16.
I'm 16 at
So where did you meet him then?
I think you know him. So.
Well, don't have to say names. Don't have to say
No.
names. Just like where did you meet the person?
Oh, I think it was probably at the Muse.
Okay.
Surprise.
It was a
Shocker.
bar. Muse is a good spot.
I
Shout
know.
out
I do
Muse.
like the
Sponsor
Muse.
us, please.
Shut up, Muse.
Free drinks.
Yeah. It's probably the only place in Southend I like.
I just don't like the whole
Clarence,
kind of like
what-
vodka reds. I feel
Yeah.
very out of place there.
Vodka Revs is like you're like end of the night. right, let's go there.
Yeah.
Let's have a boogie.
I just feel like you walk in and then you've got either all the men just kind of like staring at all the girls like this, like,
I mean, that's why I do go there.
Yeah, sorry
that's
again.
you.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
all my guy mates are like, you go ribs.
And then
But
you've
yeah,
got all,
I liked the Clarence Yard because you got to find good date spots. I thought the music's a good spot because it's like, it's not like so one-to-one
Yeah.
that it can be like quite intense.
Yeah.
It's like loads of things going on. You got DJ, it's fun, it's
Yeah.
close. But then like the next step was the Clarence Yard before it got turned into a chippy.
I loved Clarence Yard.
I like that. Yeah, the
loved
couches. It was so grimy. Like
Yeah.
you never go there like before 11.
Oh,
Because,
no.
Because you see all of the dirt. It's like it's a
Ugh.
very dirty place.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Very
Because by
dirty.
that time you're kind of drunk anyway.
And Marketplace, I didn't mind.
And never is that being shut down, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it got shut down and then it's
Did it
now
get burnt down? One of those got burnt down, didn't
burnt
it?
down.
Sunrooms.
Mm,
One of those places
sunrooms,
got
yeah.
burnt down, and it was funny because the whole thing was caught on camera. So this dude got got fired or something, and he's like, "Fuck this place!" And he just like got petrol all over the bar, set it alight, and he was like, "I didn't do anything." It's like film of him, like high
Oh
def,
my God.
just like, oh,
that's hilarious.
burn his place down, and yeah, it's just jail.
God.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, I know there's a lot of local spots that some people don't know, but there's not a lot of good places.
There's not. There really isn't.
And you gotta be tactical. In London, when I was living in London, it's so easy. So easy to
Oh,
find
it's so
cool
much
spots,
better.
man.
So
Yeah.
annoying that the trains stop so early. Because
I know.
Trains stop.
well, you can't get if you go out to London from here.
If you want to get back,
Yeah, if you want to get back,
it's like 12:30.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
think
it just
it's-
it just
yeah.
ruins the night. You're just looking at your watch the
But
whole
then,
You
time.
know
what
that
do you
you've got
respect?
to-
Here we go. I got one for you. I've been on like a bunch of like successful first dates that have been on like day dates. So
I
they've
don't do
been
day dates.
mine have always been day dates, and it's quite lucky because if I could say like, let's go up to London, like I know the good spots in London,
Yeah.
so I'm like, mate, you're in for a treat.
But are you the kind of person, do you do like activities for first dates?
I took a lady to first date. We went to we met at a coffee shop, got a coffee, went straight out. We got takeaway coffee, walked to Hyde Park, had a mooch around. Then we went to Natural History Museum, Science Museum. Then went for like really nice dinner in Mayfair, and then left it there.
See, none of my dates
That was a
are
day
like
date.
that.
Have you ever met a girl when you were really drunk and then met her again for a date, like a coffee date when you're sober, and been like, oh god.
I've
This is a bit different.
I've greeted ladies when I was drunk at those points and seen them the next day. And
Yeah.
weren't so glamorous.
Mm.
See, I've never
It's a bit of a
gone on
mirage. I kind of like that mystery where the club lights are off. You're like, yeah, they're kind of hot, and you're like, everyone's fun, and then like
Yeah.
some technical error comes up, and then boom, the lights go, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You're like back to reality. You're in this cool zone, and you feel like $1 million bucks, and then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm like all sweaty and gross. my
Illusion.
t-shirt's
Someone-
everywhere.
Someone's knocked coke all down there. Yeah. It's like-
You got a bit of
got
dribble.
ketchup
Oh.
from that halfway kebab.
Oh man.
Uh,
Yeah, dating scene. I think I don't know. Like some people prefer that, like kind of let's just go for a drink, see where it goes.
Yeah.
I feel a bit more classic. Like let's go out for a drink, like a coffee. I think it depends on the person, maybe,
Yeah.
or like where you meet them.
Yeah.
Like if you've already met them somewhere, like it'd be great just to hang out again. That's when you like initiate that second date.
coffee's good though, isn't it?
I like
Because then you can be like,
coffee.
you could,
Yeah, we do
you
know
could,
that.
you know, it's low impact. You could bow out early, or you
Yeah.
could then go on for a drink.
Yeah, but
I
then
like
even
something like that.
but even now you got to find a tactical spot. Like in town is good because you're like, yeah, I got to shoot off.
Yeah.
I got shit to do. Whereas I feel like in the middle of nowhere. Well, not like middle of nowhere, but like if you're in like a small town
Yeah.
and you're in a coffee shop, it's like, wow, a bit stranded.
Yeah, I like to have my escape routes planned.
Do you do that? Do you have like mental plans?
Yeah, I have kind of like excuses at the ready.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've got a headache. Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Yeah,
Or-
you're
or I'm
really
just like,
ugly.
oh,
I'm going home.
See you later. Yeah, no, I like to kind of. I'm the kind of person that has to
Are
plan
you
these things.
the decision maker? Or do you like them to be like, let's do this? And do you judge them by their decision?
I kind of judge them by their decision, but I like to kind of be in control.
Yeah.
I like to plan things because, again, escape route, I know.
Yeah, you know.
But then I'm trying to kind of like push myself out of my comfort zone.
So you wouldn't be turned off if they were like, where do you want to go?
No, not at all. I quite like that.
Or like a first date.
Yeah, I think why not? I
I
think.
think there's pros and cons. We have one example, a friend of ours, that had a bad situation
Hi, guys.
with a lady that suggested a place to go. And then there was a bit of a loop situation.
Wait, do I know this story?
I don't know. Can I repeat it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So a friend of ours was chatting to this girl, a very pretty lady, and she's obviously well versed in the app. So she was like, "Where, it'd be great to meet up." And the thing is, she was like, really, she was a pretty girl, and you're like, I would love to meet her. So she suggested, I think he suggested a good spot, very nice place anyway. If he told me I want to meet there, I was like, yeah, bro, I'll go. But anyway, she suggested a very swanky place for drinks. He went there, had a great time. He wasn't shy, got her lovely drinks, treated her like, royalty.
A queen.
Yeah,
Queen.
looked after her, really nice. And then ended it like a gentleman. But then, keeping in touch, you look on like Instagram and Snapchat, and you're like, hey, it's going. Anyway, he's like seeing what she's doing. The next day, she's at the same spot with a different dude.
You never told me that.
Yeah. And obviously she chose that
That's
spot
awful.
because it's like £20 a drink. And she's like, I hear the expression, girls gotta eat. And I kind of like slate that because I got a few girlfriends of mine that promote that idea.
I'm so against that. I'm 100% against that. If anything, I like to pay or take turns.
We should date. You should pay for my shit.
What are you doing after this?
I went on this one. I went on a date with this chick, and she was like, "No, I got this. And I was like, "Wow."
Exactly.
Because I'm quite forward. Like I'm naturally always broke.
Yeah.
For some reason, but when it comes to dating, I'm like, I'll spend every penny I have, just because I like to if I'm taking you out, I want to show you a good time.
But I think when you say like
What's my train of thought
taking.
Oh, and then when she offered, sorry to interrupt you, and then when she offered to pay, I was like, it's like a blessing in disguise.
But I think it's good. I think girls should be doing that. Why should the man
You tell him,
take?
Sean, spokesperson.
Yeah.
Girls, pay up.
Yeah.
Take me out.
But I've never understood
Give me
that.
kebab.
I'd let you pay for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll let you pay for me and
thanks,
my
guys. Thank you.
I'd let you pay for all my family.
Bring them along. More the merrier. But yeah, I know some girls that anytime that I say that I'm going on a date, they're like, "Oh, where's he taking you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?
That's why I'm taking him.
Yeah, we're meeting. He's not taking me anywhere." I don't know why I find that sentence like quite insulting. I don't know. There's just
It's 2019 now. Take me out. Take me out.
Exactly.
You buy me roses.
What? I don't know.
Take me out Valentine's Day.
But what I really hate is, because obviously I class myself as a feminist, but what I hate is these kind of like younger, that they call themselves influencers on Instagram, and they've made the word somewhat dirty because they don't know the true meaning of feminism.
I think the modern term is definitely a lot different than the traditional term.
Yeah.
Because traditionally it was more about suffragettes. And
Yeah.
I think more modern now is more about, I think what the right term is just like humanist.
Yeah.
Everyone should be equal.
Yeah,
at those levels.
exactly. But then there's some people that I've actually heard them say that they only listen to female artists because they're a feminist.
Really?
And I'm like, wow, you've educated yourself on a social media app rather than actually,
That's like counterproductive, isn't it?
It's just, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I do get frustrated, but...
Yeah, it's like you're saying, Edan, it's kind of, the idea is supposed to be equality, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
people take it to mean like women
People take it
first.
far. There's some areas where I really do agree. For instance, I was watching a short documentary piece about this dude that he's like one of the main guys that writes all the Wikipedia edits. Like he does like hundreds of thousands. He's like one of the biggest contributors Wikipedia, and he says that out of all the biographies, only like maybe not accurate, but it's only like 7.5% of autobiographies are women. And it's like,
It's
why
crazy.
so they're now like raising that up and like pushing more
Yeah.
of like a lot of female accomplishments that have been previously kind of like put to the side.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
in those areas, I'm like totally do it.
Yeah.
But like taking me out for dinner, you take me out for dinner. Oh, buy me coffee.
Yeah. I just think, take turns. In that kind of instance, it's fine.
Yeah.
Both equal.
I respect girls way more if they're just like more honest.
Yeah.
Some people like playing the game though. I know people that like playing a little like, what are we? What's
I
kind of
hate
playing the fun
that.
thing.
I hate girls that play games. I'm probably a little bit too blunt. I'm a very honest person, very like down to earth. And I just think girls that are, you know, playing this game and just trying to get attention,
It's
I can't back.
Do you think, because like the people that you've met online on those dating apps, do you think guys like playing the games more, or do you see it like, how do you see that in your experience?
I think I've had it happen quite a few times now, where you meet a guy, you get on really well, go on a few dates, you obviously really like them, they say that they really like you, and they always turn around and be like, oh sorry, it's not the right time for me, I'm still not over my ex. And I'm just like, if you're not over your ex, don't go on a dating app. Don't do it, because
you're involved. Time, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're involving other people into, you know, your kind of mess. I think that's quite selfish behaviour.
You call them out on it and be like, yo,
of course. But sometimes I'm just like, cool, move on, I'm not going to waste my time, you know, they can do what they want. But it does frustrate me. That's happened way too many times now, and then it makes you think, like, I'm being honest, I'm being, you know, down to earth, I'm kind of telling you how I feel, I'm not playing games. And sometimes I think they miss the chase. They want to have that chase aspect.
I think, to be honest with you, I think in where we are in Essex, I think a lot of people love the drama.
Yeah,
that's a big thing. London is not so much. Like I meet so many cool chicks in London that are like, oh man, like we can hang out all day and it's fun.
Exactly,
here
it's easy.
It's like, oh, there's something going on.
Yeah.
Like, do you know this or whatever?
I think people
knows.
I think some people like to create drama out of nothing to make their lives seem more interesting than they are.
Yeah.
But
I hate drama. I like to live a very easy life.
Easy, simple, say it how it is. Everything's, you know, black and white.
Chill.
Exactly. No need to.
What do you think the ratio of a second to third date is? Like, how many first dates you go on where you're like, nah?
What do you mean?
How
many out of 10? How many dates go to the second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I think, I've had quite a few first dates, not so many second or third dates, and then it always ends in, I'm not ready to date. And that's where it is.
So it's a common thing?
Oh, it's so common. It's so common.
I
even have like close friends that kind of, you know, I don't think they know where they are at in their head. So they're just like, oh, I'm just going to talk to a few girls, just see how I am.
Just want a little ego boost.
I think it
a
is an
kick.
ego boost. And
I've definitely been guilty of that. I'm like,
I
kind
have.
of bored.
I think
someone likes me.
It's a time filler.
I think
and
girls
it is
do that a
ego.
lot in clubs as well, though, don't they?
Definitely.
Dude, I know girls
little
that
ego
in
boost, and then they're like, no.
I know girls that in relationships that still go on that.
That's so wrong.
Like behind the dude's back, but they're like,
That's
I wouldn't
so
act on it, but like I like to know that there's some, you know,
But that's so
I've got a
wrong.
fish on the hook kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I
So
was like, damn girl, that's some sketchy shit.
yeah, that is awful. I could not do that.
Yeah, I've been a bit more like calling girls out. I know, like good friends of mine. I wouldn't call out some random chick.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, you know, hey, what are you doing there?
But I think more people should be honest. Definitely.
Totally. It's a minefield out there.
It's dangerous.
Be careful, guys.
It's just
Yeah.
be-
What do you
be
think?
careful.
Do you think we'll kind of hit a plateau and kind of society will be like, you know, screw these apps, let's go back, let's go to like a cool coffee house,
Back to
and meet a
analog.
lady or a
Yeah.
poet.
Do you know what? I can't see it going like that. I think obviously where
Too
everything.
deep in out.
Yeah, I think everything is obviously digital. Everything is accessible on your phone.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it is quite daunting to kind of actually go up and speak to someone that you find attractive. Like, I think I've done that a few times, because obviously when I'm drinking I get a little bit cocky. Oh,
It's the wolf barling.
Yeah. I think we need to shoot next door's dog.
but I
Chivan's a bit strong.
Yeah.
a little
Perhaps.
bit.
Maybe-
I'm a vegetarian.
Only if he does it again.
No, he's a good boy. We know it.
What sort of dog is he?
It's a Jack Russell mix.
Oh,
I
God.
can tell by the bark.
Yeah. But the pitch,
Yeah.
pitch.
Yes.
But going back to it, I do agree with you. I think we're in that kind of technology phase.
Yeah.
And like people are busy, people on that grind, you know.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, I ain't got no time, but like they're on that app, you know.
But a lot of people are very. I know I'm quite socially awkward, but I mask it with this weird kind of like confident thing. Like, I've noticed I've got a hair flick tick that I have.
Do you? So when
Yeah.
you're like, hey, what's up?
Show us.
I do this, so if I'm talking
Oh,
like,
Nick, you just did it.
did I do it?
Yeah, you did it.
See, I do it without even knowing.
Yeah.
I did it to one of my like big bosses the other day, and then someone saw it and they were like, "Are you flirting with your boss?" I was like, "No, it's just my nervous tick."
Yeah, because
Do you do that,
people
the whole,
say
like,
that women, if
Hi.
the
Yeah,
You know, the little
ladies
corner.
sort of groom themselves, they like a guy.
yeah,
Hi.
yeah. They kind of like to play with
I
their
get spit
hair.
at me.
Yeah.
It's like,
But-
disgusting.
Yeah, my nervous tick is just like, I don't know. I kind of like have this weird like sassy thing that I've just picked up on that apparently I've been doing for a while. Never knew.
Ooh.
Never knew. Or either that or I do an accent. I notice guys don't like it. Yeah.
Oh, to be sure. It's off the morning to you, laddie.
Sure. Or I start doing Liverpool. It just goes scouse. And then I don't think men quite get my humour when I go on dates, because then I'll start doing the accents and they look at me like, and I'm like,
They're like-
it's just me.
Yeah.
They just come flooding out. But it's just me. It's not an accent. It just softens the blow. I'm a very light-hearted person. I don't like talking about serious things.
It's good though, because I think a lot of people get very like, like not having their guard up, like you said before, but like going back to that kind of playing games or whatever. But I think I appreciate people that are very upfront, like, hey, let's go in. Not hiding. You don't have to go on like 10 dates to find out who you actually are.
Exactly. It's cryptic, and I do enjoy just being light-hearted and just kind of, I don't know, letting the conversation flow and just being yourself, and just being a bit weird.
Yeah, with you there.
I appreciate
it takes confidence just to be yourself.
Exactly, but not taking yourself seriously. is
Yeah, as well.
important. I think
Yeah.
that's
I have
really
a good
important.
example
Definitely.
of something that kind of applies to it. I've recently been doing like photo shoots for like companies that need new website pictures of staff or something. Right.
Love that.
So I see a lot of people, and they're like, "Oh, I hate that picture. I hate that. Like, you look so lovely and natural. Like that's
you're
that's
an
how you
angel,
look.
aren't
Like they look
you?
good." And they're like, "Oh no, delete that." I've taken pictures of the same person like 200 times, like 200 pictures of the same
Really?
person. Like, "Oh no, can we do another? Do this?" With me,
You have to sit them down and go, I'm sorry, but
You just
this is your face.
It's not going to get any better.
So,
that's the thing is like that's my mentality. Like when someone like I've had recent like a staff photo done for one of the companies I do freelance work with, and it was like two pictures. I'm like, that's good.
Cool.
It's like that's how I look. I'm like I'm a wide boy. Like that's
You're a thick bitch.
yeah, big beach.
Big bitch.
Do you know what I mean? It's like how many angles do I need to get? Like,
handsome
that's
beast.
I don't walk around the street like with the curve and the thing.
Yeah, the
I'm just
pout.
like, the pout.
Yeah, I can't stop pouting. I've noticed that's an awful thing that I do now as well.
You pout, flick, and speak in a Scouse accent.
What am I? What am I?
I can't do a Scouse accent. How do you do it?
Just keep going really high. I felt like a brick.
Go on, Chie.
Oh,
Oh, what was that? I don't know where I was going there.
bit northern.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I do love an accent.
So do you ever fantasize about going to Liverpool?
No.
You
Can't
should
say I
go.
do.
What you should do it and do the accent.
Oh
and
God, can you
people-
imagine? I don't think I could keep up with it though. All I can say is Liverpool, like Scotland.
If you meet someone that is from Liverpool, do you think you're competing against who has the more authentic
Oh
accent?
my God, I would
And
definitely
you're like,
still.
mine's fake.
I would literally just analyse every sentence and just repeat it back to them, and I'm sure that wouldn't get annoying.
Do you think
Sure.
it's the sexiest accent?
French.
Ugh.
Are you kidding me?
that was a bit too fast. I don't mind the French accent. I love the American accent. I'm like one of those.
Really? Oh no,
cliche.
I can't. No, I think
Irish is quite popular amongst girls.
any female that speaks French, it's just such a seductive, like.
What's
It is
the
nice.
name? Rita
It's
Cohen.
almost a bit too much, though.
That lady, that French singer. She's just like crazy hot as well.
Who?
I think his name's like Rita Cohen or something.
French, yeah. No,
I
I
can't
must
see.
have showed you it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any like hot musician, I'm like, God.
Yeah, I'm the
James
same with
Sucker.
any bassist, any guy that plays bass. Oh, my knees go weak.
Really? For a
Love-
bassist?
I love any
What about
musician.
that? Blah, blah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, I love a
That
musician.
bassist
Oh,
gets it going.
yeah. Any musician, I just stop it. I just I don't know. I find the musician type very attractive.
What
Which
about
is
if they're
very
like a
shallow.
failing musician and they just suck?
I find that I don't know. I'm
Really?
still kind of drawn
They
to
just do
that.
shit music.
Yeah. Actually, no. It all depends what music they play.
I'd be like, you gotta be like already hitting up the clubs.
Yeah.
You know, if I
Steel
was digging
drums.
it, I'd be like,
Oh, give me a steel drum boy. Give me a steel
what
drum boy.
about stomp?
Fuck stomp.
No, one. If it was big dude lifting all the heavy trash cans and shit.
No. I
No,
like
you
a kind of a tall, slim, dark haired. Looks like he hasn't eaten
Tall,
for a
lanky
while.
bassist.
Lanky bassist.
Starving.
But again, this is
Hasn't paid
very.
for rent. Can't eat.
This is very much like all my exes.
Right.
They just fall into that category of just a failing musician.
So
type.
if you wanted to flip it, right? You're like, screw this. The people that I typically go for.
Yeah.
Who would be your next ideal?
Oh, it's quite hard.
What did you see? Did you any celebrities? Any people of influence that might be known that we can relate to?
Can I tell you the love of my life?
Yes.
Bill Skarsgård.
I've got to Google. I don't know those.
Bill Skarsgård.
Skarsgård. He is.
Spell that 4 times.
He's
Skarsgård.
He's literally the man of my dreams.
Bill. I feel like the Bill just lets it down. Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård. Show us a picture. Go on.
I'd want some like exotic
Describe it.
name.
He's got many brothers. Alexandra
Skarsgård.
He was in Tarzan.
Oh, he was the Tarzan.
He was the Tarzan.
Oh, okay. I dig that.
But he is just,
I think I
he's
remember that
my
film.
ideal man.
Edam, what man do you find most attractive?
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He looks
Yeah.
like he's gonna faint.
Don't say Steve Buscemi because that really upset me.
Steve
Bit
Buscemi.
sort of John Mayer-ish.
Uh,
What do you think?
He looks like a really thin John Mayer. That
See?
looks like he's gonna like.
have a type. What can I say?
John Mayer's good.
My man,
Do you like
who's
John
my
Mayer?
man type?
Oh, yeah, no, I can see it, but
I would go.
like
To be honest with you, I would
Lee
go.
likes John Mayer.
What?
I'm getting the signals.
You like your what?
I'd go
That's-
for.
that's
I
Lee's
think
man
I'd go for like
crush.
a Seth Rogen. You'd want a dude that like will hug you, look after you,
Yeah.
snuggle up. He's got a little fur on him.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I like to think that now that obviously I'm 27, I'm trying to get away from my stereotypical type, but I'm kind of more
You're
into
like a
just...
James Franco.
James Franco. I love James Franco. He's very attractive.
Is he? I'll tell you what.
The seats have got slits. It's fine.
What? I missed that.
Sorry. watch your back later, Kirk.
Okay.
Nighttime viewing.
All right then.
It's the nighttime. It's the nighttime viewing.
So is it after 10? Yeah. So you like James Franco? I'm on Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Who's yours?
I think Jason Momoa is a bit of a beast,
Who's
isn't he?
Jason?
We're getting
I
a
know-
thumbs up from Gabby.
Hey.
Jason
Who?
Momoa.
She
I
knows
know
what's
the
up.
name. I know the name. I
The
can't.
guy
do I know?
who's what's his most famous
should
part?
know.
What is it? Aquaman. No, but what was he in before that?
Oh, that
Oh,
guy.
that guy.
No, I've heard
Oh
he's
yeah,
got a
it is
massive
in Game
ego.
of. Oh,
No.
he's what's
He's
his
the
name in
Dothraki
Game?
or something.
Yeah, the Dothraki warlord in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but I heard he's a bit of a douche.
No, I'm not a fan of like the bigger like muscle, like
wanna
the
pick you up.
typical. Yeah, pick me up. I need a guy that pick me up. No, I don't really find the whole like muscly thing attractive.
You kind of like that.
I kind of like a guy that's just kind of like just looks normal, like natural, like
Just a dude.
just a dude, just a
dude.
guy.
Just a
Do you
dude
think
with a
that-
bass.
Do you think this
Dude with
like
a bass.
Oof.
dude with the bass?
Sign me up.
Sign me up.
What about a guy that plays saxophone?
No, I find that attractive. Again, any musician. I was doing some work the other day, and I was.
What about thumb piano? Little thumb piano.
Spoons.
Do you know what?
Spoons. Harmonica.
Yeah, I'm not joking. I will find it attractive. I don't know because I'm a
Making a little song with a harmonica.
secret musician. You know, I like to.
You got your little pad, your little drum bit.
My
pad.
little, my
Yeah.
Korg MS-20 that I never really use and don't have any of the software to actually record anything.
Still in the box.
Yeah.
What is it that you're talking about?
Sorry.
What is it?
It's like a little synthesizer.
Oh.
But they're my babies and I love them, but I never really actually use them or make any music. I'll sit there and play with them, but I don't ever record. And then whenever I sing, I just do voice notes on my phone rather than actually recording me because I haven't got the guts to just,
What do you mean the voice notes on your phone?
you know, like normal voice notes on your phone. Voice notes.
Well, like memos.
Like memos, yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
you'll say the words rather than sing them.
no, I sing them.
Oh, okay.
I sing them. I put the phone down, like start recording, put the phone away so it's not like glaringly loud.
Yeah.
And then I'll sing, and I probably have, I want to say at least 30 on my phone of me singing.
Sick.
But
What things you've made up? Or?
No. Just me like doing like little covers.
Oh, dude, send them over.
But I post it on Instagram.
Oh, do you?
My Instagram story. I post it
Maybe
on
now is
Instagram.
your time to shine. You have a microphone in
You
front
could
of you.
get, yeah.
Give us a
What's
rendition.
your
No, I
jam?
can't.
What's your jam? Like something that you hear and you're like, that's my shit.
That's my shit. I have more of a lower singing tone. So, Beach House.
I want my baby back, baby back. That kind of vibe.
No, yeah, like
Bum, 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 bum.
yeah, bands like Beach House, like Victoria Legrand. She has more of a kind of like, she does also do high notes, but the lower tone notes, I love, and I love that voice, and I kind of like the like androgynous kind of style.
That reminds me of like London Underground.
Mm.
I like her singing.
Yes, I love London Grammar.
That's it. I don't know. Fucking one of those.
London Underground.
London Grammar,
London
yeah,
Summit.
she's got a great voice.
I don't give a
I
shit.
tried to record her version of Night Call, and the lower notes completely fine. It was fine. It wasn't good. It was fine. But then as soon as you got to the higher notes, I was like, "Oh, I can't do it. It sounds
That's
a
why they
bit
do the
of
hands, right? They give you like it's like a little visual representation.
Some of her
yeah."
her live lounge covers have been really good as well.
Oh, I love the live
Yeah, man.
lounge. I love
Yeah.
the live lounge.
Yeah, it's funny how there are some people sing like a really poppy song that you sort of don't take seriously.
Yeah.
But then they'll sing it in a different way.
That's
and
what
you
I
actually
love.
go, actually, the lyrics are quite good. Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like a good song,
Yeah.
good song. Because of the style, we didn't
They're
take
just
it
like,
seriously.
yeah, making it kind of their own. I really enjoyed that. But I saw, because I'm really into Billie Eilish recently, and I do a lot of covers of her songs because she does sing in a kind of like lower
Ooh.
tone, more kind of like seductive tone.
Ooh.
And but Bring Me the Horizon done a version of one of her songs, and it was a very strange experience. I don't like, Bring Me the
It's like
Horizon.
metal.
Don't get me wrong. It wasn't even like a metal kind of version, but it was just a bit like, I don't like it. Stop it. You're ruining it. Stop it.
You still listen to the whole track.
Of course, I sat there like for a good 4 minutes just watching it like,
Fuck this track.
fuck you, ruining the song. But yeah, love it.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm slowly getting the confidence to kind of like put myself out there though in regards to like singing. So Instagram stories, perfect, 20 seconds. I'm
Is this
alright.
20 seconds?
Yeah, I think it was
Nice.
21 maybe. Not long enough.
Just
But
do the whole Instagram. Just post it for like forever.
yeah, just on and on as a loop. I think I just need to kind of get myself a band, get myself
That's
a
it.
recording, and then. But
What would your music style be?
I kind of want to say, like, I'm going to sound like a very hipster person right now, and I'm fully aware, but kind of like a shoegazy, kind of like electronic-y, indie. I'm just naming
Just
like
the
all the
buzzwords.
genres of like everything.
Metally.
Shoegazy.
Shoegazy.
House,
I have not heard of this
pop,
genre.
House folk.
Slide rock vibes with indie jazz fusion.
Oh,
With
jazz
lots of bass.
And
infusion.
a cocktail in a lady's hat.
Oh,
Yes.
mix it
5
all.
basses.
Oh, all the bass. I wouldn't get any singing though.
So many basses. Just bass.
Yeah. Just a low thump of bass.
Thump, thump.
Let the bass cannon kick it.
Oh, that reminds me of Mayhem.
Good old days. I barely ever went to Mayhem. It was
Really?
disgusting.
That was like
it was
my
gross.
Yeah,
Monday.
I used to queue up there. 17.
Did
my
you go every
brother's
Monday?
ID. Yeah,
Every
and he had
Monday?
like shoulder length hair and blue eyes.
Love
And yeah,
it.
I'd get him with his ID. It was so
You
exciting.
got brown eyes.
Yeah, I know. That was
Oh, God.
that's why it was a
Wait,
shit.
black and
It was
white
a shit
pictures.
copy. It was a shit ID to use, but I didn't seem to
You
care.
got in.
Yeah, actually, sometimes I didn't. That's what made it
Dude,
exciting,
what
though.
did they say to you? I never, to be honest with you, like, I've always been
He went,
old enough.
he went, mate, this is clearly not you. I went, well, it is. He went, do the signature then. I went, all right. He went, yeah, get out. Fair enough. Fair cop, governor.
Yeah.
I went to.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't know what I did. I went to no, I think I just went home.
But it's, where we are, there's like 8 clubs. So you can like, you get rejected from one, you still got like 7 to go.
Yeah.
Mm.
I got rejected from going to a casino once because I said I had crazy eyes.
No way.
And I wasn't even drunk. I just had crazy eyes.
I remember one
Wow.
story. It was on Freshers Week, and I remember it was with, like in my flat we had like 4 girls, and they spent ages getting ready, and they looked really good. And we went to this place in Camden, and they got cobble streets, and the club going to it, there was cobble street to get there, and this girl like she got her heel like I think it was called like a kitten heel or something.
Kitten Hill? Or it was Stiletto? Kitten Hill, like
It was like tiny little heel, and she got it caught in one of the cobbles and like fell. And the guy was like, "You ain't getting in. You're way too drunk." And she's like, "I just came out." Like,
Oh my
she
God.
got rejected. She went home.
Poor girl.
I know, savage. We still stayed out.
Yeah, I was like, your stable went out
Like,
an hour.
Go
I'm so
safe.
sorry. Well, like it took us like half an hour to get here. So,
Savage.
like,
Savage.
love you, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Can't
Get home
be.
safe. Text me when you're home.
Yeah, it was pretty savage.
Mm.
Nice. I think maybe on that fine note of a lot of interesting things.
Yeah.
It's been
That
really
was-
fun.
That was
Thank you
good.
for
I enjoyed that.
having me. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sean,
thank you for
so
coming
much for
on.
coming.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Next time,
Yeah.
maybe get 2 heaters.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah. My feet are a little bit cold.
Oh,
Just a little bit. A little bit.
Definitely.
all right, guys.
Right, let's go 4 hours.
Bye.